Hi everybody, welcome to the sixth monthly Q&A. I'm your host, James, and yeah, we have some exciting news, some exciting updates for y'all. Can't wait to get some questions and give y'all some answers. Y'all are wondering what the heck's been going on for the last 2, 3, 4 weeks? There was a lot of
Month.
stuff. A whole month just passed us by in the blink of an eye. And no, we have been busy. We've been hard at work. Unfortunately, it has not trickled down into updates for y'all just yet. But I have really exciting news. We kind of touched on this last month. But yeah, I'm not doing this alone anymore. We have a team. We have two new programmers. We have a level designer who's making an awesome, epic next level that we kind of hinted at this a couple QAs before, or like last QA, we said that there was going to be one coming in the future that has a whole new linear map for the co-op. Well, we've been working on that, and it looks super awesome, way better than I could have done on my own. Kevin, our level designer, is doing it super dope job. Our programmers are going to be improving the multiplayer, improving the animal AI. We have an artist, a character artist, who's going to be improving the avatar art. A lot of crazy things are happening. I've been super busy, but yeah, sorry, I meant to update y'all way sooner.
How many new hires do we actually have? Like five?
I mean, we pretty much doubled the team because we had you and Anaya with DevOps, and then now actually more than doubled. We have character artist, environment artist, level designer, and two programmers.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
five
about
people,
5 people.
all dedicated to Neolithic Dawn. 5 new members, and we have been crushing it so far. Honestly, I'm super excited for these next few updates.
It is. I've been like watching all of your progress, and it's been so strange to see all the seeing what used to be like gray box levels suddenly in like a week flush out into like whole things.
Oh yeah, it's looking so cool. I can't wait for the next chapter of the story mode. Speaking of story mode, the single player in this latest patch, we've added a little bit more to the single player demo to get y'all more of a taste of the ultimate multi-generational permadeath mechanic that we're building for the Neolithic Dawn. You know, that thing that everyone's super excited about. Well, now we actually have it. So when you die in single player and respawn, you go through that thing where you see like the day-night cycle pass, and then you see like your ancestors of past and future beside you. Now we're still working on the skill tree, so you don't see the skill tree, but you are gaining points for your survival. You get one body point for every day survived. You get one spirit point for every animal tamed, and you get one mind point for every tool you craft. And that's any tool that you wrap up is what it counts right now. But yeah, so you go through that whole sequence, and then when you respawn not in the exact same map, but in the exact same map in the future. And in the future, things are different. Like the trail goes a different way in the next generation. If you go another generation in the future, it's slightly different, and then it's slightly different. So yeah, we started that just in the demo area. So there's right now one new trail that opens in time, and then a trail closes, and then given more time, the trail opens back up, and you have two paths.
Okay, another fantastic question. Will the mushrooms, for lack of a better term, will the mushrooms ever make you trip?
Yeah, that's a good question. So this game is rated E for everyone, but we also, if there's some kind of crazy video game mushroom that has crazy video game mushroom effects that has nothing to do with anything potentially illegal, then I don't see why that's a problem.
I mean, Mario gets big when he eats a mushroom.
Well,
So
exactly. That's the kind of idea. Yeah, exactly.
I think putting like a rainbow effect over the screen is perfectly acceptable if Mario getting big is allowed.
Right, Mushroom Rainbow Road. I'm all for it. I think it's a great idea. We're actually talking about more kinds of mushrooms. Right now we have a food mushroom. We want to add a
Ooh.
healing mushroom, and then a third one could be like a strange effect mushroom.
I think the cave cam has its own one, but I can also see yours.
Yes, yeah, it's the same for the HUD fade, but yeah, you see like a black sphere around the
Oh, I didn't
player
realize
side.
he's so manhandleable.
Yeah, you can manhandle Craig. He doesn't mind. He's chill. She's chill with it. Just don't hit him with anything that hurts. Like
Like I'm about to.
Craig don't like big rock. Craig's Craig's usually pretty chill, but not when he gets hit with big rock. He doesn't love that.
Oh my
He
god!
doesn't love it. It's a prank, bro. It's a prank. It's fine. It's a prank. You want to help me make a knife, Craig? Ah, thanks. You did a great job. It looks awesome. You did that with his head.
When can we anticipate obsidian and other exotic stones?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so obsidian and other stones. This, along with, we talked about having a doe deer as well as the stag deer. Those should be pretty easy to implement. Right now, what we've been kind of focused on, obviously, besides the update, the big Unity update, and getting the team onboarded, which is like taking the bulk of this month. But we have the obsidian stones planned. It's part of our skill tree. So when you die, you see like 3 categories for your skill trees. We talked about them earlier in the stream, and the technology mind skill tree. What we're going to do is we're going to actually take away your ability to craft flint blades temporarily. Basically, how it's going to work is by default, you're only going to be able to make stone tools, and then when you earn experience points, you'll unlock the ability to craft with flint, and then you'll unlock the ability to craft with obsidian. So we'll probably add in the materials like sooner, just so y'all can play around with them. And in Campfire Hangout, we probably have like a creative mode where everything's unlocked. But that's to give you kind of like a sense of progression and feel like you're improving technology by working with new kinds of stone. And basically, how it'll work is until you unlock the ability to craft like flint tools, if you break a flint rock, it'll just break. Like it'll just break into broken pieces. You'll still be able to use it to start fires, but it won't turn into the blade. So that's what we have planned for that. Obsidian will be the new material we add in. We also talked about the potential of like flint variants, like chert, which is like flint but like a different color. And yeah, and also we talked about the idea of different stone blade crafting. We talked about that last QA. I think right now our focus on the crafting system is to improve the ability to like put together pieces, and we're adding a new kind of stone blade for arrowheads. But beyond that, the world is your oyster. Let us know what you think would be cool, and we're going to look into it. But that's what we have planned right now for the immediate future. Oh yeah, you talked about it being too dark in the caves, Sinacry request. You should be able to see now. Basically, what we did was before torches made like a point light, and it kind of like cast around the torch, but it was not very bright. We couldn't really see where we were going with it. It would only illuminate like what's right immediately near it, which made the cave impossible to play on Quest. Like you literally couldn't see 2 feet in front of your face. So we improved cave weather for starters and made it slightly less dark, but still very dark. And the second thing we did is while you're holding a torch, it switches from a point light to a spotlight, and it points in the direction you're looking. So it actually, even though it's a torch, it functions more like a flashlight now. And that really helps you be able to actually hold up a torch and see in front of you when you're navigating the dark cave. So yeah, that should help a lot.
Another good question on the subject of bone-related clothing. One of the Patreon rewards is actually a bone wrist bracelet, which isn't in the game yet.
Oh yeah, it's not in the game yet. We're doing a full avatar system makeover. So we're actually going to change pretty much all of how the cosmetics work, and we're going to keep obviously the supporter cosmetics. If anything, we're going to be improving them. And then while we do that, we'll probably be adding a lot more. The bone bracelets, those have not been added to the game, but since they are a Patreon reward, now that we have like a whole team, we can add those. They're pretty dope, but really we just didn't have a cosmetic option for anything other than headwear. We had headwear, we had skin color, eye color. There was no way to like switch the arm bracelets, so everyone has the same ones right now. But yeah, we'll definitely be adding that and sending it posthumously to every past, present, and future Patreon supporter on the Survivor tier, that they can flex those in the full game, and everyone will be like, whoa, where the heck did you get those bone bracelets? Like, you can't even unlock those in the game, and you'll be like, yeah, well, I'm built different. So that's where they came from. I will give you all a small hint. We added new area discovered triggers around the map. So you can discover the hunting grounds. You can discover, obviously, the Saugeen Bluffs when you come to the main area. but there's other places now too. So I'm not going to give them all away, but one of the places you can discover, now these are places that were already pretty much in the map, they just didn't have names. One of them is the Sun-Touched Grotto. And the Sun-Touched Grotto, the sun that's touching the grotto comes through like a crack in the ceiling. Well, follow the sun. And that is your only hint. When you reach the Sun-Touched Grotto, follow the sun. Oh yeah, I was going to show you all this. So you can't sleep online. So I was about to show it. I was showing how to craft a sleeping bag, but then when I crafted it, it blinked out of existence. And at first I was like, is it a glitch? Might be a glitch. Still might be a glitch. We're going to find out. But I'm pretty sure actually it's because online beds are disabled. And that is because you cannot sleep online yet. Eventually we're going to do like Minecraft.
James, I got a
Yeah.
dumb question. What's the build number for this update?
85. Build number 85. It is 0.5285 is the patch.
Okay.
And on SideQuest, it should say...
Oh, right. The build number is the second part.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but so like for online, what we're going to do that's not done yet is it's going to be like Minecraft where it's like 3 out of 4 players are sleeping, go to a bed and sleep. And then we think we might start a timer. And if you all veto it, maybe the other person will be kicked out of bed. Or if everyone agrees to sleep except you're somewhere in the wilderness without a sleeping bag, you know, maybe it'll auto sleep and you just won't get your full health back for sleeping. We kind of have that now. If your energy meter, this slowly drains. You can pretty much stay up for like 3 days, but after 3 days, when this is super low, you'll actually pass out. So we have like forced sleep. You pass out if you don't restore your energy. And yeah, so this is what happens when you die in single player. I'm now in a future version of this map. In the timeline, it goes along a timeline. In the timeline, there's a canon event where this rock slide happens. Canon event. I can't go the way we normally go at this point of the tutorial. We normally go this way, but you can't go this way. But now I see during this rock slide, it's opened a cave too. So there's a whole new entrance. And you start in the same place, but you venture through this way. And this is a whole different area, a totally new way to get to the campsite. This is a sample of kind of what it's going to be like in the single player when you respawn and the map is different. There'll be a couple different paths, and each path might have other variation that occurs in it. You know, like which animals spawn and like among other things. And yeah, it'll make the game a lot more interesting, replayable. That whole multi-generational permadeath thing we've been talking about for like 3 years. It's like actually going to be working to where the game world ages. We're super excited for it. It's going to be pretty cool. Okay, but here, check this out, y'all. We added a brand new super reflective planar reflection mirror. Oh, actually, I don't think you can see it. Maybe not.
Does it show up on the cave cam?
Maybe too much mirrorception. Here.
I'm looking at a brick wall.
Yeah,
there we go.
see,
That looks
so
right.
now the player is reflected. And I will admit, it's a little bit blurry on PC. It's kind of hard to see the character because of this green color. I think it's actually because it's rendering the mirror material too much and the reflection not enough. On Quest, it's a lot crisper. But yeah, I did have someone, actually Dan did mention that it's kind of hard to see on PC. But as you all see, it's like super realistic. It's like literally the reflection of the room.
Well, in the next hotfix, we could make the normal and the like mirror texture less visible, and the actual
really it's like
reflection
this green tint
clearer.
that makes it kind of hard to see. So yeah, it comes across much clearer in the in VR than it looks here in this recording. But yeah, definitely could be a little bit more opaque.
Glad we came out here to check that the mirror is working.
It's much crispier on Quest, but yeah, room for improvement.
Room for improvement,
exactly.
But it does work.
Exactly. Age is better than our old mirror, if you remember how it used to look.
Yeah.
This has been awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. You know, couldn't be doing this without y'all, and we're honestly at such a crazy place. I never thought that we would get this far. I'm really excited for what this means for the game. You know, coming this far and having a team like this and, you know, people excited to play. We have y'all testing the game early, supporting on Patreon. You know, it means a lot. I mean, this is my dream game. It's our dream game. You know, I'm stoked that we're able to build it together and that it's going so well. It's only going to get better from here. I mean, I've been doing this alone for the last 2 years with like I mean, I've had help. I've had help. Obviously, Sandy's been here, and Nye's been doing DevOps. But
I have been
yeah,
helping.
honestly, I will definitely cry when this game comes out. But it does feel kind of crazy to be here. I feel very lucky to be here. Um, yeah. So thanks for joining, y'all. And we're gonna
Yeah.
get back on schedule with these events. We're gonna start doing more play sessions now that the game's stable. It's not gonna be crashing on y'all. We're gonna continue to improve that as we add new features, and then the next couple updates are just gonna be crazy. Like this whole game's gonna change so much in the next couple months, and we'll get y'all's opinion too. Like we'll keep sharing with y'all. I want to start doing some polls on art so y'all can vote on things. But yeah, thank you for everything. Thanks for watching. Neolithic Drive Strong.